All right, what is up, peeps? Finally back in my home studio setup. God, I missed it. You have no idea. Oh God, when you go from shooting on the road 2 weeks ago to shooting at your parents' house where their download speed is, I think it's like 4 megabit per second. And then you come back to 600 or 750 megabit per second download. It's a completely different ball game, let me tell you. But anyways, I'm gonna wait for a second, let some people hop in. Obviously, there's a little bit of a delay from my end to yours, so we're gonna wait just a second here for people to hop in. But as you guys do hop in, do me a favor and hit the like button or hit that thumbs up button, so that way other people get notified of the live event, and so that way we can just have a more engaging, more fun time. It's always more fun when we have a lot more people in here, right? So hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know you're here, and we'll get started here in just a second. But guys, last week was Black Friday, so who got some cool stuff last Friday? That's what I want to know. So I'll go through some of the stuff I got here in just a second. I'll pull out some of the gizmos that I got here in just a second and show you guys the fun we're gonna start having here on my channel. Let me get to the live video really quickly. Oh no, did it? Oh my God. All right, what is going on, everybody? Round 2. I actually just went live just a second ago and sat there and talked for about probably a minute, and then I realized, oh, it's unlisted. So today's gonna be fun, guys. We're gonna have a good time. I'm sure you guys are gonna have a blast. We're gonna talk about some Black Friday stuff, some stuff that everybody got, some stuff that I got for Black Friday, so that's gonna be fun. But ultimately, I'm just happy to be back in my home studio where we have a good connection. Number one, we're not in a car. 2 weeks ago, we were in a car doing our YouTube live. The week after that, I was at my parents' house doing a YouTube live, and they have a 4 megabit per second download speed, and I get here where I'm at about 750. So it's a big difference when it comes to being able to stream clear content as far as your audio and video is concerned. But y'all do me a favor, as you are hopping in, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and then leave a comment letting me know you're here, so we can go ahead and get started. So, oh yeah, let me get my Black Friday stuff. So, got a bunch of stuff for Black Friday. I don't even know where to start. Okay, well, I guess I'll just grab some stuff really quick. It's not like I don't have time. Waiting for y'all to get in anyways. And grab all my stuff, so that way I can show you guys some stuff. Okay. Cool. So, we got, where's it at? Okay. We got number 1. Alright, put it up to the camera. Oh, wait. There we go. The GoPro Hero 7. Let me get my control panel up so you guys can see this. The GoPro Hero 7. It's freaking sweet. I love it. But yeah, really cool camera. You guys are going to like this a lot. If you're looking for a camera that can shoot footage on the go, number 1, in 4K. Number 2, it records audio. And number 3, you can go live on it. So really cool camera here. I've been having a lot of fun with it. But as you guys get in here, leave a comment below and let me know what kind of stuff you guys got. What kind of stuff you guys got, excuse me, for your for Black Friday. Also, let me get it off of here. Picked up a new tablet. Still waiting on the keyboard because they sent me the wrong daggum keyboard. So I got a new tablet. That's pretty cool. And then the drone. Yes, and as you guys can see, I've already got a battle wound from the drone. The drone fucked me up, alright? I'll put it to you like that. It was not fun. Anyways, I got a drone, so that was a lot of fun to figure out. It's kind of windy here, so we haven't been able to fly it too much. Yeah, I mean, it's just been way too windy, and we took it up in the air, me and Ted, We took it up in the air, and I think flew it for about 3 minutes until the wind just started picking up super, super heavy. And then all of a sudden, like, I was trying to make it land and it just kept flying away. It wasn't very fun. But anyways, let me get this chat window open here really quickly so I can see what you guys are saying. And so that way I don't miss anything. I still haven't even gotten my update. I don't know what's going on with it today. It's being super weird. No one's joining because it won't send an update out. There's only 3 people in my live, and by now we'd have at least 20. Something must be going on. I don't like this. I bet it's because, yeah, because it's not even showing my live event on my channel. This is interesting. There we go. Now it's showing 6 watching. Okay, some people are finally starting to hop in. I don't know why it's being weird today. Like, it was not, well, it still hasn't sent out the notification because I always get 2 notifications, one to ping me from YouTube and one to ping me from Messenger. Post on your social media you were live on YouTube or something. No, it's not that big of a deal, guys. I mean, honestly, it's just, see, more people are going to hop in. All you guys just got to do is hit that thumbs up button really quickly. Hit the thumbs up button. It'll start to notify people, and then start leaving a comment in the chat box. So that way I know you guys are here. It'll go ahead and take care of all that. It's updating. It's just being slow for some reason today. But Joe Hennessy, what's going on, man? How's it going? Did you have a good Black Friday? Or did everybody in here have a good Black Friday? I hope all of y'all did. Did y'all get what you were wanting to get? I also bought a 65-inch screen TV, which was really cool. I've never had a TV that size before. So that was really, like, it illuminates my whole room. Like, the entire room is just lit up when you turn that thing on. Gil Lopez, what's going on, man? Specialized 227, what's going on, man? How's it going? So as you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in there. But I wanted to talk about something today before we even got into the live, video today. I wanted to talk about a couple of things, but before I do that, make sure, again, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment so I know you're here, so that way other people will hop in. Shravan Kumar, what's going on? But the thing I want to talk about is this, is that there are so many of you that want to start a marketing agency, and that is totally fine. That's, it's a fun business to be in. I have a blast doing it every single day, every single week, and the thing that I feel like too many people miss as entrepreneurs getting into the marketing industry, too many people seriously mess up on this. You really have to think about it logically, okay? If I were to go into a business, and even if it's not a business, let's say I was a doctor, right? And I'm going to go to a patient and I'm going to tell them, yeah, I'm going to take care of you, but just so you know, our average cost is around $10,000 for you to stay in this bed per night, right? Well, that's okay if you're in need of that kind of medical attention. But say that doctor comes up to you and they're like, oh, by the way, I took one course, it was online, I spent roughly $400 on that course, but that's all I really took, and I'm a doctor, just so you know. Just wanted to let you know my qualifications. If that doctor said that to you, you're not going to let them do anything to you, right? Right. Nobody's going to let a doctor who has a couple months experience and only spent a couple $100s on some sort of education to get them, where they want to go. And so a lot of people say, well, Jordan, I'm getting all these clients, or not clients, but I'm getting all these meetings, but I can't close a deal. And the biggest thing you have to understand is, and you have to really ask yourself, what is the value of the education that you've received? Okay. And when you look at the value of the education you've received versus the amount of money you're asking them to spend every single month, you have to see where that doesn't connect, right? If you've only spent $500 on education in digital marketing, and that's all the education you've ever purchased or taken the time to invest in, not even just financially, but with your time, right? If you only bought one course for $500, but you're going out there and asking business owners to spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, or even $1,000, $5,000 per month, even at $1,000 per month, You only took a course that cost $500, which probably consisted of, most of them only consist of 20 to 30 hours of content. Luckily at Serial Entrepreneur, we have about 70 to 80 hours of content in our course. That's why people love it so much. But the thing is, most people are taking courses that are 20 to 30 hours long, and that's it. They're running through it once as quickly as they possibly can, just so they can get out there and start making money and landing clients, when that is the most backwards methodology and mentality I think you could possibly have about running a successful business. No business, number one, starts overnight or became successful overnight. Number two is you have to have the education, the background to back up what you say you're going to be able to do for your clients, right? If you have clients saying, yeah, I want you, we're willing to spend $10,000, $15,000 per month with you, and you only have upwards of $500, $600 invested in your education, if you don't see how that doesn't connect, how those two things don't meet together to make a happy relationship for your business, then you're missing the whole point, guys. And I'm not even, seriously, I hope you guys don't think that I'm just trying to sell you, because I'm not. It has nothing to do with my course. If you go out and buy another person's course or 10 other people's courses that aren't mine, that is completely fine. What I'm telling you is, purchase something, invest in the education, because if you don't, then you should not expect to get $5,000, $10,000 clients per month at all, ever. And the reason being is because you don't really know, you're not really qualified to manage that kind of budget for a business and really tell them, yeah, with certainty, we're going to get you results. We're going to make sure that whatever you spend, we're going to bring you a positive ROI back, right? And that's a big disconnect that a lot of agency owners have. Outside of that, one of the next questions I get after, is what do I need to do to get clients and to build a successful business? That's great. But one of the next questions I get is, Jordan, where do I start? Right? And a big thing you need to ask yourself is, do you truly understand SWEPs, the core concepts? I've acronymed or deemed or coined SWEPs. Okay? Excuse me, just ate dinner. If you don't know what SWEPs is, it's SWEPS. Okay, 5 major core concepts of digital marketing. And that stands for social media marketing, website design and marketing, email marketing and automation, pay-per-click marketing, or otherwise known as Google Ads or YouTube ads, or not YouTube. Well, YouTube ads is actually technically pay-per-click ads. YouTube ads, Google ads, Bing ads, Yahoo ads, all of those are considered pay-per-click. That would be number 4. And then number 5 is search engine optimization, right? So showing up organically on search engines. There's a lot of other pieces of digital marketing that go into all 5 of these pieces, and there's even some that don't relate to these five pieces. Like, for example, text message marketing would be considered a newer platform for digital marketers, right? Content marketing is the cousin that I like to call it. So I usually say that the acronym is SWEPs, right? The 5 core concepts, plus content marketing, which is like the cousin of SWEPs, right? And content marketing, the reason why I consider it a separate little piece is because of the fact that it is included basically in all 5 of the core concepts of marketing that I just previously mentioned. Let me not mess up your name. Danenjay. Danenjay? Did I get it? Danenjay Verma? What's going on, man? I think I got your name right. I hope I got your name right. Anyways, so that's really one of the biggest things you have to understand and ask yourself, when you first start your marketing agency, you first start your journey, you have to ask yourself, how many, or of the core concepts, what am I comfortable with? What do I truly understand? Do I really understand how all 5 of these can be tied together? So let me give you an example. I'm going to actually get my whiteboard for this. Whiteboard time. Whiteboard. I know you guys like the whiteboard lessons. Oh, we got some lessons on here. Okay. So when I say understanding, notification didn't go off. Yeah, I know, it's because Ted, shut up, Jamie. No, it didn't go off because I messed up. Oh well. 1 week we don't have a 60-person live stream. we're still going to have a decent amount of people, so it's all good. But anyways, yeah, so I tried to launch the live video, and I did it for about a minute, and then I realized no one was hopping in, and that's because it was still set as unlisted from the last time somebody uploaded a video or did a live, because I don't remember ever going unlisted with a live. Oh, no, it was the last time we uploaded a video, which was for ads. Anyways, yeah, so I did it unlisted and had to do it over. I think for some reason when you upload 2 videos back to back like that, it just like cancels out your notification. I'm not really sure why it did that, but anyways, y'all do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button so that way other people can get in here. But let's go through what I'm trying to show you guys really quick about the core concepts. So when you truly understand the core concepts of SWEPs, which again, let me write those up here, make sure you guys can see. Yep, cool. Right? Social media, web, email, pay-per-click, search engine optimization, and content marketing, right? But you have to understand how all of these work together to build a campaign. Too many people are going out there and they're saying, okay, Mr. Business Owner, I'm just going to sell you Facebook ads, and we're going to set up the pixel, and we're going to do remarketing. That's just one small part of running a successful marketing campaign. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They're trying to go out there and sell just Facebook ads or just Instagram ads, which you can run just Facebook or Instagram ads for a business. But if you really want to get them the best result and you're only working with small and medium-sized businesses, a lot of them can't afford to just use Facebook ads, right? So for example, an attorney only using Facebook ads is going to have a difficult time, right? They can get some results from that. They will get some appointments, but if that's the only platform they're using, where are they getting cold traffic from? Because cold traffic for attorneys is super hard to drive from Facebook and Instagram. So how does that work, right? Well, when you understand the core concepts, you understand how people start to search online for a product or service, right? So let's talk about that. An attorney, we'll just start there because that's a good example. An attorney is what? Usually a local business, right? They are usually local to a specific city, and that's the only city they service generally, right? So if that's the case, if I'm a local business, where do I want to start first? And I'm going to ask this question. I want you guys to leave a comment and tell me what you think the answer is. But what do you guys think the answer is? Do you think that I should start with Facebook ads? Do you think I should start with email marketing? Is the website going to drive most of the traffic? Should we do pay-per-click, or should we do search engine optimization? What do you guys think we should do to start off this campaign, to drive cold traffic to this attorney site? What do you guys think is going to be the best method there? Leave a comment below or in the chat so that way I can see what you guys think we should do before because I never like to just give the answer. I feel like if you just give people answers, they're never really learning anything. All right, so we have pay-per-click, we have search engine optimization. Those are 2 answers. Anybody else have an answer that they feel they want to put in there before I give the answer out? All right, so we're just going to leave it at that. So, Jorge and Gil, I joined late, so I can't say. That's all right, Nara. You're not too late, trust me. So, Jorge and Gil, both of you are actually, whoa, let me make sure I get back on. Okay, Jorge and Gil, both of you are actually right, okay? So what you'll want to do is look at, you actually need to ask the business owner a question. The first thing that you need to understand with attorneys is their cost per click is super high with pay-per-click ads, right? Their cost per click in general is just way, way, way higher than most industries. I'm talking like they're generating leads at $40 to $100 per lead in some cities. Okay, and I just realized they're generating leads at $40 to $100 per lead in each city or in different cities. So that's what you guys have to actually ask yourself is, do they have the financial budget? Do they have the monetary budget to not only do pay-per-click ads for cold traffic, but to remarket as well? Because you can't just send out cold traffic ads and get people to, I mean, you can, and you will get leads that way, but ultimately you're getting more for your budget if you can remarket to the guys who didn't sign up immediately, because just because I'm searching for an attorney right now doesn't mean I need it right this second, right? So I could come back later, right? So that's where the remarketing side of thing comes in. But yes, both of you are right. Search engine optimization, so SEO or pay-per-click would be where I would start with an attorney for cold traffic, right? So this is going to be cold traffic. All right, so what do you think? There's really 3 main steps. Whoops, I went straight to 3. What do you guys think step number 2 is? While I get this on here. Right, remember, SEO and pay-per-click for cold traffic. I'll explain this a little bit more in a second. I want you guys to let me know, what do you think step number 2 is, or part number 2 of, you know, building an entire campaign for people. So Jorge says, build a website to get the traffic to there. So yes and no. This wouldn't apply to car dealerships, right? No, it totally applies to car dealerships. Why? Car dealerships are local, but you also want to understand that your target with car dealerships, it's heavily keyword focused, right? Because people are going online and they're typically already aware of a model or a make that they want to start with, right? They're typically like, I want to buy a Ford, or I want to buy a Chevy. And then when they know what Ford or Chevy, that they want to buy a Ford or a Chevy, they say, I want to buy the F-150, or I want to buy, you know, the Silverado. What, they have a specific make and model usually in mind. So it's a little different, but for the most part, it is the same. You're going to use SEO and pay-per-click interchangeably. So step 1 is SEO and pay-per-click, but step 2 is actually the remarketing phase, right? So yes, you're driving them to your site, but we're talking about the sales funnel here. So, well, actually what I'll do is, so this is remarketing. Step 2 is remarketing or retargeting, right? Whatever you want to call it. People who don't submit information to a form, because that's what you have to understand, all right? So if we're targeting for attorneys, SEO or pay-per-click, that means we're running ads on Google or using traffic on Google to drive traffic to the site, or using content on Google to drive traffic to the site. So what we have to understand is, if we're going to do pay-per-click, that's fine, but what are we doing? Are we sending them to a contact form or a appointment setting form, right? If that's the case, the people who do submit the form, they're going to submit the form and set the appointment, right? But some people might not want to submit it instantly. They might not 100% trust you yet, right? So that's where the remarketing comes in, and people who visit that form, you're going to remarket on Facebook and Instagram too. That's what I strongly recommend. Facebook and Instagram remarketing. This is where that would actually become relevant. And why is that? Because now I've already made a point of contact with them. I've either, you know, they've found an article organically, or they typed in a search term like family law attorney in Atlanta, and we showed up in the pay-per-click results, and they clicked our ad, right? So that's actually step number 2. Step number 2 is remarketing, right? We want to be able to make sure that we stay in their face. A guy named Jeffrey Lant created something called the Rule of 7. And what that means is you actually want to make contact or make a connection with someone at least a minimum of 7 times before they will ever remember your brand, right? You will never be remembered if you don't, on average, reach people a minimum of 7 times in less than 18 months. Okay, so in an 18-month period, you need to be in front of someone at least a minimum of 7 times. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to buy. It means for them to remember your brand and your business, you have to reach them that many times. So what is key to selling? The key to selling is always being top of mind, right? Top of mind awareness is key in selling. So that means when they come to the point where they do need an attorney for that service, even if they don't need it right now, but if they need it in 18 months, as long as you did your job remarketing to that person over the period of that 18 months, you're going to be the first person that they think of, or one of the first people that they think of at the very least, right? So step number 3, this is really where the website comes in, right? Because ultimately the job is to get them there, or to get them to submit an appointment. So people will submit their appointment, like say you're using this pay-per-click campaign to drive to a lead page, right? This is their lead page where they can submit that information. That's great, right? Now they've become a lead. But again, not everyone is going to convert right here. That's why you have to give them some more reasons to want to purchase your product. So you start doing some remarketing. So say someone visits this funnel right here, right? and they want to actually set up or they're considering looking for a family attorney or something like that, right? You can set up remarketing campaigns talking about people's experience working with that specific attorney. So let's say, for example, I don't know, Jessica had an issue with something family related, and she was super happy with working with Mr. Attorney J. Mr. J was just the greatest attorney that she ever had, that Jessica ever had. And so she left a video review, right? So now we're actually using that video to remarket to people who have already visited their site. And we know that because they visited a landing page from SEO or pay-per-click. So we're remarketing to those people over the next, let's say, people who visited that page in the last 3 days. We're going to start sending some testimonials to, or 5 reasons why our attorney office is better than any other attorney office in the Atlanta area. Whatever it is you're doing to convince them that that is the business to work with. And then ultimately, yes, you want to get them to the site because that is where they convert. That's where they submit their information to become a lead. That's where they will call in if they need to. They'll go to get the phone number, whatever it is that you're trying to get them to complete. That's all you really have to do. For most local businesses, this is the strategy. Now, it's not all, but for most local businesses, this is all you're trying to do. With restaurants, it's a little bit different. Yes, you do need to focus heavily on step 1 with restaurant SEO, right? You want to show up in the search engine results. When people type in burger restaurant near me, you need to start showing up for those local search engine results. But also on top of that, you have to have the remarketing. And, you don't always really need a really good website to convince people to go to your restaurant, right? A lot of the times, especially with newer restaurants, they're only running Facebook and Instagram remarketing, and they're just showing people images. But as long as you have your menu really easy to find, your phone number is visible, your address is super easy to find, and all of the information relating to them getting to your actual restaurant is fine, and it's actually, it's visible and clear to read and easy to understand, it's going to do enough. The website, yes, it does add more to that authority of that restaurant, to the trust factor regarding that restaurant, but at the end of the day, people are still going to show up at that restaurant even if you don't have the best website. I see it all the time. Chinese food restaurants are the perfect example. Sorry, I'm late for our date. Sorry, Kendall. You can buy me a drink. How about that? I'm just kidding. But you guys get what I'm saying. Chinese food restaurants are the perfect example. They have 90% of them have the worst websites you've ever seen in your life. If you don't believe me, go find your local Chinese food restaurant takeout place. Seriously, 90% of them will have the worst websites you've ever seen in the world. But guess what? They're still getting business. That's why there's so many in business, right? So what are they doing? They are making sure that they show up in local search engine results. That's really the only thing that I've found that actually keeps those businesses alive, because when I go on Google, I can type in Chinese food restaurant and it'll show that business's name and location. A lot of the business owners know to take care of that because they know they have to show up in Google, right? But they're not doing any of the remarketing on Facebook and Instagram. If they are on Facebook and Instagram, they're just doing posts randomly, right? And it's just like dude, I actually was I was about to get on my map training call. We had to postpone it today because I wasn't feeling well yesterday, and we got on the map training call. Right before I got on, though, like literally 7 minutes before I started that call, I got a random phone call from a guy in Georgia who they're starting up a franchise restaurant. They wanted to talk to me about all this. It was just really, really funny. I know that's a random thought, but just thought that was funny. What would you recommend for restaurants? Brian, I think I actually just answered your question, so cool. You can use this for your digital media agency, right? Yes, Gil, you can totally use this for your marketing agency. You should be applying the same marketing concepts to your agency that you would do for all of your clients, right? That's why I tell people always say, oh, well, how would I do it for this business or this industry or this business? Guys, it's the same. No, like there is a 3-step process. Find cold traffic, remarket to your warm traffic, drive that warm traffic to a site that's going to convert them or to wherever they need to fill out information to convert them. That's optimized for mobile and desktop, and it responds quickly. That's it. It's not that difficult. It just depends on how their customers first start out, right? For example, e-commerce stores do a lot better at selling their products online without having to do any SEO or pay-per-click at first. They'll just start on Facebook. Why? Because there's more, it's a different nature of a product. A lot of service businesses, for example, cannot heavily rely on, actually I would say 90% of service businesses cannot start or rely on Facebook and Instagram as their cold traffic source. Why? Because when it comes to a local service, if I'm looking for an HVAC person, if I'm looking for a plumber, if I'm looking for an attorney, a real estate agent, a restaurant, I don't know, a rock climbing facility, you know, all of those are considered services, right? It's not a product, it's more of a service. And any service that's local to me, I'm going to a search engine to find that first. I'm not going to Facebook first to type in restaurants near me, right? I'm going to Google to do that first. And then once I get on Google, I will look on Facebook to see, you know, images and see if it, like, especially if it's somewhere I don't know, I'll go see the images and see what type of food they have, see if I can get price points, look at reviews of what people thought about the restaurant. You do all of that in an instant, like seriously, in about 30 seconds. You don't even realize you're doing it anymore, but that's the process you take. So why would you expect your clients, customers, to do anything different, right? And when it comes to your marketing agency, it's the same thing. It's a service that you're offering business owners, right? And if that's the case, where is a business owner going to go to look for marketing services? On Google first, right? And then where do they go? They go back to their Facebook profile after they're done. And if you have your remarketing campaign set up, you're going to be that agent sitting right there in front of their face, right? So it's all about understanding how you tie these core concepts plus content marketing together. Once you understand how they all work together, how they can be used interchangeably. So let me ask you guys this. What step, 1, 2, or 3, what step do you think email marketing would best fit under? If I were to ask you which step, 1, 2, or 3, would email marketing best fit underneath, which one do you think it is? That's the good thing about email marketing. It really only fits best in one place. One place. So if you can get that, you'll I guess you'll be on a better path to understanding digital marketing. See, we didn't even get a notification. We already got almost 30 people in this live. I love you guys. Let me tell you what, boy. I love you guys. Y'all are the greatest. Jorge says step 2, and you would be correct. Remarketing, email marketing is remarketing. It is one of the best remarketing tools if you do it properly. You can't just run emails to people and mass spam everybody. That's what I see too many people doing. They build this massive list and then they just start spamming everyone in the entire list. When I didn't join that list to get every single piece of content you put out there. I got on the list to get the content that I cared about. So for example, with our marketing agency stuff, I do a marketing agency course now and I have a personal branding course, right? But everyone who is in the marketing agency course doesn't necessarily want to start a personal brand and vice versa. So what do? Well, we tag people when they come inside of a list. And so for example, when someone signs up for our social media marketing agency checklist, we tag them with a tag that says SMMA. So that way they don't get sent any of the personal branding content unless, this is kind of a tactic I've built in, which I'm just kind of smart like that. But we built in a tactic where we have our SMMA automations and email series. And what we do is we start to drip, little hints about personal branding and starting a blog and a YouTube channel. And then we add links to those to content on our site or content on our YouTube channel. And when people click those links, then we tag them with personal branding and then we enter them into a personal branding email automation, right? So you have to understand how all of these things work. And that's why people fail. That's why people don't see success when they're starting to go out and get clients, or even before that. Even if it's before you even get a client, you're trying to sell people marketing services and they're just not buying from you. Well, the biggest reason why is because most people don't understand the core concepts. If you do not understand these, do not expect to see success in your business. And that's why our brand is so much better. That's why our courses are so much better, is because we focus on these core concepts and doing what we have to do to teach you to really run these campaigns. I mean, that's the biggest difference between Serial Entrepreneur Academy and any of these other social media marketing courses out there. We understand the concepts, and a lot of these high-level guys have lost touch. A lot of the lower-level guys just don't have experience enough. And I'm not saying I'm the only one out there who gets it, but there aren't very many people who understand how all of these things work together. So, guys, if you're getting anything from this, get this, okay? Go out there, learn social media marketing, all aspects of it, not just the management of it, but running ads, managing audiences, all of that, website development and marketing, email marketing and automation, pay-per-click, and then search engine optimization, plus their cousin, content marketing. These are the core concepts. So these are the ones that are most important. This right here is also super important. But SWEPs, you have to understand it. And if you don't, I promise you guys are going to have a very, very hard time with marketing for your clients. I think getting too complicated with funnels is a waste of time, but I guess it sounds good to clients. Gustavo, sales funnels exist for a reason, okay? Trust me. It's not a waste of time, because the point of the sales funnel is to weed out anybody who isn't a qualified buyer, right? Otherwise, you're just sending every single lead to a business. That means you're spending a ton of money on people who don't matter, right? So you actually increase your ROI and your ability to produce results by building sales funnels, because again, it's weeding out all those people who don't mean anything. Hey, a deal is a deal. You said I had still show up after the free month. Oh, yeah, everybody's still here. I'm glad they are too. For chiropractors and physical therapists, how will they determine if you actually brought in clients? If so, what's the chance that I will be getting several people in per month who do not live near the clinic? How will they determine if you actually brought in clients? Well, that's the thing. Most of those people are submitting forms online, right? They don't just come in. They're submitting a form. They're submitting a form for an appointment or to submit their information, so that way the doctor, the chiropractor, the physical therapist knows who it is. So you're just tracking leads. Really, that's all you are. And then you say, look, we drove this many leads to your form. Out of that, this many contacted you, and you need to make sure that the business owner is, figuring out when people contact him, hey, where did you hear about us? If they're not doing their part, that's not your fault. You have to make sure that the business owner also does their part, and you have to make sure that they understand that they are liable for that. If they're not doing their job, and too many people do this. You have to understand that when you take on a marketing campaign for a client, you're not taking over every aspect of their business. You're not even taking over every aspect of their marketing, right? They still have to be involved. And if they aren't, you're not going to get the results they're looking for. You have to be the one to set that expectation up front and say, look, you want these results. That's great. But if you're not willing to do this, this, and this, take pictures, once a month or once every week to get, if it's a restaurant, if you're not willing to take pictures of your food once a week so that way we have fresh food and content to post on your site, and you're only paying me $1,500 a month, I'm not coming by every single freaking week to take pictures of your food for $1,500 a month. That's nothing. That's nothing at all. No, don't do that for your clients. Do it smart, guys. Understand what you're being paid to do. Should I do the audit first before contacting clients, or just use cold call stuffs? Anish, it's really kind of up to you. You kind of can do it either way. I found what's most effective to me is to reach out and see if they would like for me to put together an audit and explain what the audit is. It's an audit that goes into where you stand, good and the bad, from your online marketing efforts, and also, this is an important part, and also it will provide you with some guides on how to make some adjustments to what you're doing currently to get more views, more engagement, and more leads and sales. When much did you start charging clients? As soon as I possibly could, but I come from a marketing background, so it didn't take me long to get to that point. How to close a client with no proof of results or marketing degree. Will, I'm not going to say that's impossible, because it's not. What I am going to say is that is really extremely difficult. If you're asking a business owner to spend $3,000 to $5,000 per month with you, if you have no marketing campaigns that you can show that you've run previously, there ain't no way in hell I'm giving you that, right? So what do you have to do? Go out, and I personally, this is what I recommend. Get on Upwork, get on freelancer.com, get on freeup.com, get on all of these freelancing websites and start working jobs. That's the only thing you can do. Outside of that, you can go work for a business, maybe a business or a friend that you know, not a business, a friend or an acquaintance that you know has a business that wouldn't mind letting you, run some trial campaigns. The only other way outside of that is to run some free stuff, which I don't ever recommend working for free when there are platforms like Upwork, like Freelancer, like FreeUp, all of these freelancer platforms. Why would you work for free if you can go to one of those platforms and make some money doing the exact same work, right? That's my recommendation there. That's a good explanation, but wouldn't you still be paying for the people clicking through your ad anyways? Yes, Gustavo. So again, it's a 3-tiered system, right? Cold traffic, warm traffic, hot traffic, right? And ready to buy. But here's the thing. If you're sending people this, right, and they're getting this traffic right here, but they never visit or click the ad, then you're not going to remarket to them. If they do click the ad, but they don't convert that one time, again, that doesn't mean that they're not interested. It just means maybe something happened. Maybe something happened to where they, couldn't fill out that form right then and there, right? So by remarketing to them, you're actually going to get them to come back through. The people who see this ad, this second set of ads, and don't convert or don't click through or don't watch any of the video, you're not going to remarket to them. Why? Because they're not going to be included in the audience that you're sending to the website. So it's all about layering your sales funnels. It's all good, Brian. How would you choose someone officially after? How would you close someone officially after the last meeting? I'm stuck on that process. Adam, I mean, if you have someone, the close is literally, Mr. Business Owner, do you want to do it? All right, cool. Sign this little piece of paper and send me a check. That's it. Or give me a check, or I'll send you an invoice via QuickBooks and make that payment. And once you make that payment, I'll get started. That's it. Once you get them to agree, you're just taking them, you're sending them the onboarding information that they need, and then you're collecting a check. That's really it. Terry Dixon, can you offer the first month of service at a discount rate in exchange for social proof? Terry Dixon, most of the time you're not going to get huge results in 1 month for a business. Like, that's just, it's not possible unless you're someone like Billie Jean, where you have a 40-person agency that can get everything up and going in the first 15 days. Right? If you can do that, unless you can do that, if you can get everything up and go, most people just can't by themselves. So if you can't get, that campaign up and running by yourself in 15 days, and I mean up and running, planned out, you have all of the ad funnels planned out, you have your audiences planned out, you have your content planned out, designed, and put together, you have all your copy done, you have all your landing pages and links and tracking information, put out there. So if you can get all that done in 15 days, by all means, and you're, especially if you're working with other clients, if you can get all that done in 15 days, you're a baller. But most people just can't. So that's the thing. You have to already take into consideration that month 1 is not a results month. Month 1 is execution of the plan, getting it set, getting it in place, and getting it up and running as quickly as possible. Month 2 is where you should be focusing on driving that first, second, third lead, 4th lead, or however many. If it's a lower end product, like a $10 product that people are buying, it's going to be more leads than, say, an attorney that their average customer spends, $5,000, $10,000. Let me see here. For doctors as clients, can I charge $4,000 a month because he's a plastic surgeon? So literally one client I get him passes over $4,000 his investment. Alicio, I'll put it to you like this: that's nothing for a surgeon. For a surgeon especially, and you said he's a plastic surgeon. Yeah, that's nothing. Those types of doctors are spending $10,000, $20,000 per month with one agency a lot of the time, because a lot of businesses will work with several different agencies. So that's the thing. That's nothing to charge that guy. And like you said, one client brings him $4,000. If you can bring him 3 in a month, he's paid for you for the next 3 months easy off of a $4,000 budget. But again, it's harder to do with $4,000 bucks. That's why you might want to, you're competing against other plastic surgeons out there that are spending $20,000 a month. All right, so you have to really understand, who are you competing against? How much is the typical cost per click in that industry? Those are important things to know, especially with, those types of doctors. They are heavy into cost per click. Google pay-per-click ads, they use that so much because they know that their customers are starting there, right? And that being said, their average lead is super high. That's why I created a video like 2 weeks ago about getting on Facebook and starting marketing now, because the ad costs are just going to keep going up and up. Still rocking the 2010 Justin Bieber haircut in 2018. Well, I'm older than Justin Bieber, so actually that bitch is rocking my haircut. Get it straight, bruh. Let me see. How do you decide your workload when starting out a SMMA and you have no one else on your team yet? How do you decide your workload when starting out an SMMA? So Janae, the best thing you can do is, number one, as soon as you get on that first client, I recommend outsourcing. Easy, right? The reason why is because you can go find, for example, a post scheduler for $3 an hour. You can go to the Philippines, not go to the Philippines, but get on Upwork, find someone in the Philippines, and pay them $3 per hour to start posting all of the content for you, right? It really just depends on what your strong suit is and what they aren't, right? If you're not a good designer or video editor, then you're probably going to want to hire one of those first. It just depends, but that's why before you ever build your proposal and put together the campaign and sell that proposal to that client, you need to understand what your operating costs are going to be. So if you're planning on selling SEO to a potential client, then you need to say, okay, well, what is that going to cost me, right? A lot of people, they're just putting together pricing packages and saying, all right, cool. Jordan said sell stuff at $1,500 minimums. Cool. We're going to go sell this for $5,000. How much does it cost you? I don't know. Well, why don't you know that? That is super important. All right, so make sure you guys are costing everything out, figuring out, you know, even if it's not exact, that's okay. At least you did some research to figure out, okay, here's the average price range it is, and here's about how much this will cost me, right? So, Janae, that's a good question. But again, remember, price out your services before you do all of that. And then once you really get into it, start to look at what jobs are cheap to outsource, like scheduling posts, writing copy, writing blog content. All of that stuff is generally cheap to start off with. I would not recommend, you know, if you're going to outsource blog work and you're in the US, do not outsource to India. No offense to India, they just do not get the language barrier. When they try to write in English, your English-based clients, they're going to be able to tell, I guarantee you 100%. Just don't even try it. Spend that little bit of extra money. You can spend $15 per hour to pay someone in the US or Canada to write good blog content. Do we need a team or can work alone? Multi-Rockstar 58. So you can definitely do it alone if you're only managing 2 or 3 clients. But if you want to scale past that, you're going to have a team. I guess I mean a complicated funnel. Remarketing is very, very powerful and should definitely be implemented in every marketing campaign, but I've seen people that get super complicated with funnels. Gustavo, yeah, I mean, there's definitely people who go way too far overboard with funnels, but again, simplify it. Just keep things simple. People complicate everything. That's why they suck at marketing. It's really just about how simple can you make it for not only yourself, but for the audience that you're trying to market to. If you confuse the shit out of them, they're not going to get it. Let me see. How much can I charge for freelance work like at Upwork when I'm just starting? I mean, Gil, it just depends on the skill, right? Yeah, if you're doing freelancing for web development versus freelancing for video editing versus freelancing for social media management versus freelancing for scheduling post content or just managing an account, you know, all of those rates are different. You need to go on there and look up some rates. You want to know what people think about this logically, okay? How are you going to find out rates for all of those projects? Well, if there's a freelancer platform selling freelancer services, that means there's a buyer side of it too, right? Well, as a buyer, if you're not showing me the cost, I'm not going to hire you, right? I have to see the cost before I can hire you. So what does that mean? Go be a buyer and type in the services that you want to work for and figure out what people are charging. That's it. Think about this stuff, guys. A lot of people, and that's the biggest issue I see in entrepreneurship today, is that everybody wants a handout. Guys, I'm not gonna hand out anything to you. That's the first thing. I don't even like to just give people answers because it doesn't make you think. You don't do anything for yourself by me giving you something, right? Sometimes you just have to think and say, okay, what is my issue? You have to be able to work reverse engineering, and if you're not familiar with the term reverse engineering, figure it out. Reverse engineering is one of the most valuable skills that an entrepreneur can have, because an entrepreneur has to be able to work through situations by themselves. You're not always going to have someone there that's able to walk you through, you know, grab your hand and walk you through something and say, this is how you do it on every step. It's not real life. That's not entrepreneurship for damn sure. And that's not how successful business owners make it to 6, 7 figures, 8 figures per year, just by having their hand held, right? You have to be able to reverse engineer things. So literally the process for me looks like this. I sit down and I say, okay, what is my issue? Well, I'm trying to figure out how much someone charges to run SEO for an agency, okay? Cool. How can I find out how that works? Well, there is Google. I can go to Google and I can try to start typing that type of service in there and see if I can find hourly rates there. Okay, that's one way. What's the second way? Well, I can go to Upwork. I know that's a freelancing platform. There's people hiring for that service on there, which means I can probably go on there and pretend to hire for a job, and then I can look for people's rates, right? So you have to be able to think, you know, from the end back all the way to the starting point. What is the importance of designing? Wait, I skipped a bunch. Hold on. And also, you're the first person to get my name right on the first try. I was shook when I heard you say it. What up, Alicio? You know I got pride. I'm just kidding. Oh, God. My head. No, I'm kidding. But Alicio, glad I could get your name right for you. Idris. Is Facebook ads good for home modeling niche? Of course. Anything visual like that. Facebook and Instagram, both. Again, I don't recommend using it necessarily for all of your cold traffic generation, but for remarketing and building awareness and engagement, hell yes. What is the importance of designing? People don't like bad quality images and video. They want a clean and fun design. That's it. You said it takes 15 days to even get your first ads launched. Chris Williamson. I'm not saying it takes 15 days to get the ads launched. What I'm saying is it takes around 15 days to get everything set up and planned. I don't just go into a business and then pitch the proposal and then go back and instantly start creating ads. When you pitch the proposal, you're pitching more of a high-level strategy. Then your job is to go back and get into the nitty-gritty of each step of the strategy, pull together all of their resources, see what resources they have and what you'll need to make. You have to actually put together a full-on plan at that point, and then you can start building your ads and executing. But if you're just going into it and just start building ads and you think you already have a lead funnel in mind that's going to work, did you do any research to validate that? Because if you didn't, I'm telling you right now, you're going to waste a lot of money on things that won't work or weren't worth your time. No, QuickBooks isn't a replacement for an accountant. What it does help you do is track your revenue and expenses, which if you're going to file your taxes at the end of the year, which I strongly recommend against, get an accountant to do it. Trust me, you'll save money that way. I mean, it helps you put those numbers together otherwise. If you're trying to do it yourself, you can. That's what QuickBooks really helps you do. All right, guys. So a lot of you weren't here when I first started. So I'm going to show you guys some stuff I got for Black Friday because I'm pretty pumped. Number one, I got this dope little gimbal. So this thing's cool. Watch. Boom. Haha. All right, watch. Hang on. I can turn it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to make my shots so much smoother so I can like, oh, yeah, hey, how's it going? I'm a YouTuber. Okay. Anyways, I was pretty excited about that tool. The gimbal. Let me turn it off real quick. The gimbal's a lot of fun. I think I finally got the balance figured out. It took me forever to figure out the balance because this camera is so small. I don't think it was supposed to be meant for that gimbal. Got a new tablet, so what we're actually going to do is a couple things. We're using it for our drone, so I'll show you guys that. We got a DJI 4K drone, pretty cool little drone here, but we're going to use that for our screen for our drone, also for, you know, taking notes at meetings, stuff like that. I just wanted a tablet, and I can use it for my monitor screen for my camera, so it's got several different uses, so I'm pretty excited about that. I just got the notice for your live crazy late. Yeah, for some reason they all just went out stupid late. I think it's because I accidentally I went live unlisted first, so it didn't even notify me or anybody that it was going out, and then I had to restart it, and I restarted it pretty quickly, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it didn't send out the notification. When I was a vlogger, I just held up my arm the whole time. Yeah, no, don't do that. That's a pain. But at this point, but see, here's the thing, guys. I did the same thing too, Kendall. When I first started off, I was using my cell phone. If you don't believe me, go to my channel on desktop, click videos, and then scroll all the way down to my very first videos and look at some of them. They were terrible. All of them were shot on my cell phone. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, everything was shot on my cell phone because I didn't have money for all of this kind of stuff. This is over the last 2 years. It has taken time, but over time, I've bought all kinds of stuff. I have like 3 tripods, 4 mini tripods. I've got, I just bought these. Oh my God, dude, these Bluetooth receivers, a transmitter and receiver for my freaking audio, for my like audio equipment. So now I can like put a lav mic on and walk around and talk. Oh my God, saves lives. Oh, where's my other one? I got this little GoPro guy. I spent about $4,000, $5,000. No, not $5,000. $3,500 to $4,000 on Black Friday for equipment for the business. Which, quick note for you guys that are making money with your agencies, talk to your accountant before the end of the year and try and spend any extra revenue that you know you can use to build your business and grow your business. The reason being, otherwise you're just going to pay taxes on that revenue. But if you spend it, you get to write it off as an expense, so that's a deduction from your taxes. But yeah, this drone is pretty dope. So you guys who don't know, I'm going to Denver, Colorado next week. I'm flying out there on Friday, and I'm speaking at a conference in Denver on Monday, I believe it is, the 10th. It's either, yeah, I believe it's Monday is the 10th. So I'm speaking at a conference in Denver. So the GoPro Hero 7 will actually let you go live on, like, you can actually go live from the camera. So I plan to go live on my personal Facebook page with this guy because I don't really think there's a way you can do it with your business page yet. If there is, I need to look it up before I get there. If you guys know of a way, let me know. But yeah, I'm super excited to use this drone. I've got all kinds of new snowboarding equipment. That's partially why I have this beanie. I love this beanie though, by the way. It's so soft. It's got like all this fur on the inside, so it's just like really soft on my ears. I'm goofy, I know. But anyways, guys, we've got a ton of really cool stuff for Black Friday. Did you guys get anything cool for Black Friday? If so, leave it in the comments. I want to see what you guys got too. Is the drone for a real estate client? No, it's more for my personal brand. I don't do video, guys. Like, that's the thing. I'm not a videographer. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I don't manage hardly any of the actual marketing now. I'm high-level strategy and planning. As the business owner, your job is not to sit there and post things and shoot all the video and set all the ads and do the analytics. That's not your job. Your job is to scale all of those operations so you can worry about building the business. It's called a CPA, all right? And that's actually going to be my question for today. Are you guys ready? I have a good question. Are you guys ready for the marketing mentorship, the free mentorship giveaway? If you are, then do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, because if you don't hit the thumbs up, you don't qualify. And also, leave a comment below letting me know that you're ready, so that way, well, I know you're ready. Udemy courses for $9.99. That ain't even a course. Hey Zeus, will you be speaking in Seattle anytime soon? I'm not 100% sure, but just stay tuned to my live events. I always let people know where I'm going and when I'm speaking, so that way they can come if they like. Yeah, that's the Phantom 3 Pro. I got a client for Black Friday. Hell yeah, Kendall Green. Nice. She's working it. All you got to do is stay here, stay learning. I promise you guys, it's a commitment. If you don't understand the term commitment, then you don't get it. So, it looks like you guys are all ready. My question for today is, what does the acronym CPA stand for with regards to business? All right, CPA. And I'll give you a hint, it's not your accountant. All right, what does the term CPA stand for? And it actually has to do with what I was just talking about, with not being the person who posts the posts and edits the videos. CPA, not CPC. CPA, yes. What does CPA stand for? Oh my God. Okay, phone's blown up. Cost per action? No. Again, this is not, it's not, okay guys. It's not a marketing term. This is a business term. This might be one that a lot of you are going to be new to. All right, I might have to ask. Somebody almost got it, actually. I'm not going to say who, but none of these are it. All right, guys, so I'm going to choose certified public accountant. No, like I said, it's not your accountant. All right, guys, so here's a lesson for all of you, okay? All of you, because all of you got it wrong. So seriously, this is one of the best things that you can learn as a new entrepreneur, okay? Because it's a consumer protection agency. Cost per asshole. Nope, that's definitely not it. All right, guys, so just pay attention. That's not going to be the question. We're going to have to ask a new one. CPA stands for cash producing activities. Cash, write that down. Cash producing activities. Revenue producing activity. Yeah, Fontil, Pierrel. You almost had it. It's cash producing activities. Revenue producing activity would also be another one, but I already said the answer. Yeah, cash. Cash is the C. But that's it, guys. What is a cash producing activity? All right. All right, tell me which one is the cash producing activity. Building a sales team, shooting a new video for a new client. Building a sales team, shooting a new video for a new client. Which one is the cash producing activity? Getting more clients? No, that's not what I said. Sales team. Building the sales team is the cash producing activity. Why? Because building the sales team is going to allow you to get more sales people, which means you get more clients, right? Me going out and shooting a video is not going to do anything to make me any more money. Yes, that gets the objective done for that client so that way they can get the video, but ultimately it's not helping me do anything to make any more money. Right? That is just making sure that we're actually already we're working on something that somebody has already paid us for. That's not so. Cash producing activities are those activities that you do for your business that help you build revenue. Okay. Focus on those as an agency owner. Focus on those as a business owner because that's what's important. I focus on things like building my sales team, optimizing my processes to produce content, to edit and set up ads, to analyze data. We set up processes and workflows for our team to do that because that doesn't make me money. Doing that kind of stuff doesn't make me money. But what does is building my brand, building my agency, which means building the sales team, optimizing the workflows, all of that, okay? Exactly. The sales team is going to free my time up, which means I get to focus on other growth activities, not in the trenches grunt work, right? All right. So that's it for today, guys. Let me see. I need to ask a question. Oh, okay. I know. All right. Are you guys ready for the question? Just do me one more favor. Just write yes one more time so that way I know you guys are ready for it. And I got a good one because if you guys can't get this one, you really weren't paying attention to today. But I know somebody's going to get this one. I'll wait just a sec. Okay, so the question is, what city did I say I was going to speak at next week? That's it. Bonus points if you get what conference I'm speaking at. 99 FLC. You're the winner. Going to Denver. And I'll be there next week. So if anybody's in Denver or near Denver, make sure to hit me up and we can catch up. Maybe grab some dinner or some lunch or something while I'm there. Because I will be there from, actually, I'll be there for about a week. I'll be there from the 7th to the 11th. So I'll be there for quite a bit if anybody's in town and wants to catch up. 99 FLC, make sure that you find my Facebook business page. That's facebook.com/serial entrepreneur. That's my business page. Make sure you go there and send me a Facebook message. Again, that's facebook.com/serial entrepreneur. Period. No, you weren't. Don't argue. Trust me, that's why I put the whole chat right there. Like the chat is right here. You can even see it. Look on the screen. 99 FLC Denver. Like, I don't even know how you argue that. Anyways, Thank you guys so much for joining. I really do appreciate everyone for hopping on. I'm sorry the notification didn't go out this week, but I will make sure that you guys get the notification next week. I hope you all had a great Black Friday, a great holiday with your family, and really just, again, thank you guys so much for joining me and for making my channel such a success and for helping me grow and learn even more every week. Like, I love that fact that I get to still keep learning. So thank you guys so much. I will talk to you all on the next one. But until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys.